Hello everybody, good morning, Merry Yule, Happy and blessed Winter Solstice today. And this is Leticia, your witch dancer from Dancing Crowns. And we are starting today a very happy morning, all celebrating the winter solstice. We are celebrating that rebirth of the sun god. We are also celebrating that the old man is coming back to bless us in nature and resources. And I am going to be celebrating with all of you by doing a winter solstice tarot reading and see who resonates with that. And then after the tarot reading, I am going to be reading some crystals for the people who post questions in the comments. So I probably will be adjusting the camera later in order for me to be able to see your comments with the questions if you have any. Sorry. And before we start, I want to first clear the space and bring the energy and the blessings of the sun god that has been rebirthed this morning, reborn this morning in the sunrise. So I want to first turn some sage with flowers and eucalyptus on to clear the area and the energy. Alright, so we are clearing the area with the smudge with some eucalyptus and flowers. So it's sage, eucalyptus, and lavender flowers. And I'm clearing the area with my smudge to my altar as well. And if you notice, I have the space, the universe aligning here with the crystal spheres, because we are celebrating also that Jupiter and Saturn are going to be in a conjunction tonight. So, alright, so we now have the area ready, and I'm going to clear the energy of the cards. I'm going to use the Witches Tarot today because, of course, Secrets of Paradise Tarot is not ready to publish yet. So I am going to be using a different deck. I'm going to be also clearing the energy of my Spanish fan. I'm putting ashes everywhere here. Alright, so let me turn this off real quick and put it aside so I make some space around. If you want to find some good smudge, you can visit my website. I am adding smudges little by little on my website, dancingcrownspsychic.com. Now that I am getting rid of this, I am going to bring energy to the area. But before that, let me also finish banishing any negativity that is around, any stagnant energy. I am banishing that with my Spanish fan. Vanishing and recycling with Mother Earth. And I am going to now bring some great energy with my Bomba Maraca. Hold on, let me finish turning this off because the smoke is driving me crazy. Alright, so here we go. The blessings of the sun god and the energy of the winter solstice here today and celebrating together. So let me put my maraca aside. Alright, so now that I have cleared my table, I will be proceeding with the winter solstice reading in a moment. Let me make sure that all that energy and blessings from the sun god is coming to this reading. And I am also going to bring the energy of my spirit guides only from the light and only from the highest beings and only for the highest purpose. I am going to also receive the goddess here who is giving birth to the sun god today. And I am bringing the archangels in the from the four directions. I am bringing Raphael from the east, Michael from the south, Gabriel from the west, and Uriel from the north. So they are all here, my whole crew, and now I have the guidance and the protection needed in order for me to start this Winter Solstice Tarot Reading. I am using my red Spanish fan today because red like the sun and the fire, celebrating the rebirth of the god. Alright, so let's start. I do own the rights of this music, by the way. If you can hear the belly dance music and that gypsy feeling and beautiful energy out there. So, you know, we gotta dance and we gotta celebrate together. Okay, so let me shuffle my cards. Whoop, I have a jumper. Let me put that jumper aside for the end. And let me also put my glasses on before I keep shuffling because I need to see what I'm doing. Hi Kristen, good morning. Welcome to my live video. And I am shuffling and asking my spirit guides to guide me in this Winter Solstice Tarot Reading, only for the highest purpose. And let me know in the comments if you do resonate with this message, any of you that is listening to this video right now. All right, let's see. Good morning, Doreen. I can see some names from here. That's wonderful. All right, let me think. Okay, I feel that this is good shuffling. I'm going to start putting the cards on the mat. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I have the 6 cards on the mat or on the table for starting the Winter Solstice Tarot Reading. And let me know if you do resonate with part of this message or the whole message, if you feel that this message is for you. Okay, so the first question that I am going to reveal with the card number 1, so we're going in a clockwise direction, my clockwise direction, is what is the essence of my inner shadow self? So if we are trying to work with the inner shadow from us, because we are coming from the shadow to the light in the winter solstice, right? Today we're gonna have more light than yesterday, so we want to make sure that we also try resonating with the shadow from the inner self. So what is the essence of my inner shadow self? And here we have the 3 of Wands. So let me show you the card in the camera. 3 of Wands. To me, 3 of Wands is almost taking that step that you were not going to be sure if you were going to take it or not in the 2 of Wands, right? 2 of Wands and 3 of Wands are somebody thinking about taking an action, a project. So in this occasion, I think that 3 of Wands is getting you closer to really getting out of those shadows and darkness that you wanted to get rid of long time ago. So this is a great moment to keep pushing that. So if you are someone who resonates with working with your inner shadow self and that you have been doing that for a long time, you are about to take that step out of it. You're out of it, almost out of it. Just make sure that you take the step. Don't stay in this stage, okay? Now the next question would be, what can I learn from my shadow self? So this is going to be the lesson that you are going to be learning out of the shadow self, right? We have to learn from good and bad. in from the gray areas too. So this is going to be the Seven of Pentacles. So we have Seven of Pentacles as the lesson of what we are learning from our shadow self. And if you are resonating with this message, this card means that you need to release something that was not working and that was keeping you in the shadows. You know what is it that you need to let go. And because it's been hard for you to let go, the lesson is that if you don't let it go, you're not going to be able to take that step forward. And this is why you are still here and you're not out of there yet, because you have to learn to let go. And I know that you see a lot of goodies over here, but guess what? You don't see what's coming in the other side. There might be better goodies in the other side. So leave these pentacles here. Don't touch them. This is not working. It's just a dead potato plant. Keep going in the next direction, okay? Keep looking in that direction and learn to let go, okay? As much as you are tempted to stay or keep this is just material, let it go and move in the other direction. That's the lesson that you need to learn from your shadow inner self. Now the next one will be, how can I bring my shadow self into the light? What is it that you need to do for getting out of that shadow, right? And we have the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. So Queen of Cups is kind of like an emotional card, but at the same time, it has that feminine, strong side. So you have to connect with your feminine side. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman or somebody who don't identify with a gender specifically. We all have a feminine and male side. So connect more with your feminine side, with those emotions. And also by going and look and very deep within with that feminine side of you and the emotions of the feminine side, that is what it's going to make you stay afloat to get out of the light. So you need to know how to navigate. You need to know how to stay afloat. And who else better to teach you that than a Queen of Cups? I think that this is also a message for connecting with the deity of your preference that is, related to water. So if you are if you have a strong bond with Yemaya, for example, from the Santeria and the Palomayombe, Yemaya is a great goddess, or Orisha, I should say, with all the respect. She is a great Orisha to connect with, to guide you to stay afloat. Also, the Archangel Gabriel can bring good news to you. And he or she, because some people think that Gabriel is a she. So archangels don't really have a gender, but let's say she can bring you out of the storm and keep you afloat. So ask for the guidance of Archangel Gabriel or the Orisha Yemaya, depending on how you connect with the deities and what is your path. If you like more the Neo-African religions of the Caribbean, or if you're more in the Wiccan or Catholic or whatever your path is, then you have different deities to connect with for guiding you out of the storm and keeping you afloat. So you need to have some meditation and have some water elements around you in order to do that. So you can have a shell, you can have a fossil, or a crystal that connects with water, like labradorite, for example. So there are many ways that you can do it. In my case, I do use a lot my rosary with moonstone, and moonstone connect with the moon and the goddess. And because the moon rules also the water, it's a connection with it too. So it's a great way. And I also have Archangel Michael sigil somewhere in here because I have my sigils on the rosary as well from all the four main archangels. So to continue. This is just example, right? It doesn't have to be exactly like I do it. So now let's move into the next question, and that is, what lights me up from within? So even though you have been working with your shadow inner self, or you are going to start working with it today, might be the case, what is it that you have inside that lights you up? Because you are not all dark, my dear. We all have some light in us. Even if we feel that we are in our darkest, deepest days, you know, we all have some light that we can look into it and turn that fire into a bigger flame or a bigger bright light, right? So if I turn this card, the Tower, oh my goodness, this is a big major arcana, and this is a big huge change. So if you resonate with this message from the Winter Solstice Tarot spread that I am doing today, there is going to be a big major change that you have to take in order for you to find that light. I see that it has been really hard to find the light inside you because you have been in a very dark place lately. I can feel you if you are out there resonating with this message, and this is a symbol of a big huge change. You need to jump out of that darkness like this. Like, this is not going to be a smooth change. You need to take this step quick, now, in no time. So yes, it's a radical change. It's not going to be smooth and you're gonna feel it, but guess what? It's important that you take that step and shake a little bit, because otherwise you're gonna stay in the darkness. So yeah, drastic changes are sometimes good, and just get in the ride, in the roller coaster, jump in it, jump out of that, and get out to the light right away. Take that deep darkness out of your life, but today, now, radical, okay? So yeah, no smooth change, I'm sorry. You gotta do it now. It's gonna be a bit of a shake for you, my dear. Now, next question is, what new seeds am I planting? So we have all important seeds and collaborations that we bring into this world and this planet and this universe. Hi Melissa, hola mi amor, Sharon, hello, Alex, hello everyone that is in the chat that I can see from here. Yarili, mi amor, un beso grande para ti, mi corazón, te quiero mucho y te abrazo desde aquí. Alright, so going back to the next question, which is, what new seeds am I planting when I am getting out to the light, when I am really getting rid of that shadow inner self that I have? And when I turn the card number 5 from the Winter Solstice spread that I'm doing today, I have Page of Wands. Page of Wands. Ah, my gosh, this is a perfect card for this position on the spread, the card number 5. I cannot even believe. And you guys saw me live shuffling these cards. I'm not even planning these cards or anything. I go by my intuition and my psychic skills. So Page of Wands is someone who is full of fire inside. So you found the light at this point after this drastic change. After this drastic change, right? Because it was not going to be a smooth change. It's quick and drastic. Now you have the fire in you, and you are about to start walking a new path. So it is very, like validating that is favorable, that is a positive change, that you go ahead and do this in a drastic way. This change coming from the dark to the light, jump it, because you have a new path waiting for you very soon. Very soon, and I will say very soon, within the next few days, you are going to start walking this path if you are brave enough to do this drastic change. Okay? So, yes, fire is waiting for you. Wands are related to fire, and a Page of Wands, it cannot be a better card for telling you that you are on a good, great new start to walk your path. And guess what? What these cards has in common are that this one, it's leaving this goodies behind because it's gonna have more goodies in the other side. And guess where? What direction is going the Page of Wands? It's going to that direction that I told you to go to. So yeah, card number 2 was also related to this. So it has been forming a path for you. All right? Okay, now, last card. Pa-da-dan! The card number 6 is, what do I need to release in order to create space for growth? What do I need to release in order to create the space for growth? So, what card is this? I did not even see it. I turn it around and we have the Four of Swords. Four of Swords. There are different things that you need to release. There is not only one, but there are 4 things that you need to release. Actually, let me take that back. I feel there are 3 things that you need to release and 1 that you need to keep in order for you to cut the hardest thing that you are going to release later on, because now I see that there are things that you need to release today in a drastic way, and if you encounter that later on in your past, what is that takeaway that you learned? What lesson did you learn from this when you are trying to work with your dark inner self, with the shadow inner self? Keep that takeaway, because that is going to serve you as the dagger to cut any negativity in the future. So there has to be a lesson, and the lesson was this one, the Queen of Water, the Queen of Cups, right? So what did I tell you to do here? Reach out to the divine and the deity of your choice, either Gemaya, the Archangel Gabriel, or any other deity that my understanding is that should connect with water for helping you walk your new path in the light, right? And yes, the ocean is under the sun and the moon. And today is the sun, the rebirth of the sun god. So follow that path of the light and keep what you learn from this in order to use it as a dagger and sword to cut any negativity that you find in your future. So that experience that you learn out of the darkness, it's going to turn into something really positive in the future once you start walking your path, right? And you remember, oh, I don't want to go back to that darkness. I identified this situation in a similar way that when I was in darkness. So keep that sword with you, and when you need it, take it out and cut it. Cut that negativity out, because you need to learn a lesson from this, from the darkness, in order to succeed in the future. Does that make sense? Alright, so if that resonates with you, put it in the comments in Spanish or English, Italian, Korean. I understand either one. So, now I am going to be reading some crystals for people who ask me some questions in the comments. Okay, so let me adjust the camera real quick in order for me to see your comments better. So give me 1 second right here, and I'm putting this down.